If you're looking to get your finances in order, here's the two main areas you should focus on. The first being implementing and following the right systems and strategies. And so before we talk about strategies, let's talk about systems first. And when it comes to financial systems, you really only need two main ones. The first one being a budget and the second one being a balance sheet. And before you all go and X out of this video because you heard the B word, meaning budget, stick with me. Because if you're running the right systems, it should empower you to live your life. It should empower you to spend your money, but also make financial progress in parallel. And unfortunately, society has made budgets feel like handcuffs or very restricting. And when you're following the right budgets, that's just not true. Quality and proper budgets should allow you to spend your money, should empower you to live your life, but in a calculated, controlled, and confident fashion, which also allows us to make financial progress at the same time. And I promise you that is so super possible if you're running a high quality budget. The second main system being a balance sheet. It's a little bit simpler of a document system or tool than a budget, and it really just helps us organize your assets and your liabilities. Simply put, what are you worth versus what you owe? This allows us to see your entire financial picture, which helps us weigh your unique variables and understand what we're working with when it comes to building strategies and accomplishing your financial goals, which we'll get to here in a minute. Those are the two major systems that you want to run when it comes to your finances, a budget and a balance sheet. I also like to call them tools. And those are the key tools, particularly the budget, that are going to allow you to accomplish your financial goals in the fastest, cheapest, most stress-free, and trustworthy way as possible. And so, can you accomplish financial goals without financial tools? Yeah, maybe, but it's going to take you a heck of a lot longer, and you're going to put yourself through a whole bunch of unnecessary stress and anxiety and missed opportunities in the process just by avoiding these tools. And so I don't advise that you avoid the tools. I highly advise that you use them. And here's an analogy that I like to use that usually helps drive this point home. And so imagine that you had a goal of digging a 6-foot hole, and you're competing against somebody to accomplish this goal in the fastest manner possible. And the person that you're competing against is using a shovel, aka the proper tool, and you're over here using your hands. Who do you think is going to get there a lot faster with a lot less stress and anxiety in the process? Probably the person using the shovel, aka the proper tool. You may still get there with your hands, but it's going to take you a heck of a lot longer to get there. You're going to push you and your family and your business through a whole bunch of unnecessary stress and anxiety in the process of getting there. It's just not needed, especially if you are able to commit to the proper tools. You'll have a lot easier path when it comes to accomplishing your financial goals. And so let's move on to strategies. Financial strategies are really just plans, right? How can we build you plans to give you the how and the when it comes to your financial goals? Let's say that you have a financial goal of saving $50,000, right? And so how are you going to get there and by when? And so a very simple breakdown here, but a financial plan would say, okay, looking at your finances, it looks like you can save $5,000 a month. If you do that for 10 months, you'll have saved $50,000. So there's the how. If 10 months from now is December 2025, right? That's the when. And so there's a very simple example of how to come up with the how and the when it comes to the strategy that we are trying to create to help you achieve your financial goals. Another thing that's really important when it comes to building the proper strategy for your financial goals is understanding something that I call cadence of accomplishments. And all that's really saying is making sure that you understand what goal you should go after first. Because a lot of people get caught in this stage or stuck in this stage because they're like, okay, I know I should be doing X, Y, and Z, but what should I be doing first? Should I pay off my credit card debt first? Should I save money first? Should I invest in the stock market first? Should I start a business? Should I invest in my current business? All of those are great goals, but understanding which ones to go after first are very important nuances when it comes to building the best possible strategy for you and your financial goals. The second main area to focus on when it comes to bettering your financial life or enhancing your finances is building a better relationship with money. Ultimately, our behaviors with money are just a direct correlation or result of our beliefs around money or beliefs about life in totality. And so something that has really helped me is understanding that our reality is a direct result of our behaviors. Our behaviors are a direct result of our beliefs, and our beliefs were formed from our experiences and traumas in life. And so if you can take the time to figure out what experiences and traumas happened to you, particularly early on in your childhood, that formed your beliefs that then it now manifested into your actions with money. That's where you can start getting huge changes and progress when it comes to your financial story and your financial progress in itself. For example, if you grew up hearing people around you that you looked up to and respected talking negatively about money, maybe saying that money is evil or money doesn't matter or all rich people are bad, you probably still believe those things to a certain degree. And we want to work through those because unfortunately those things, or maybe I should say fortunately, those things are not true. And if you still believe that they're true to a certain degree, it's really going to hold you back from living your best financial life, let alone achieving financial freedom. And so the confusing part sometimes is that a lot of times the experiences that we have in life that ultimately now dictate how we behave with money, those experiences to begin with actually didn't have anything to do with money. So if you grew up in a household where you didn't feel emotionally safe, physically safe, or mentally safe, then you have this narrative in your life or an underlying truth that's just telling you that you're not safe. And so a lot of times we cope with that by going out and earning a ton of money, right? To ultimately try to make ourselves feel safe. Earning with money, just like spending with money, is behaviors with money. A lot of times our earning behaviors with money has a lot to do with those beliefs that we formed as a child. And so it's hard work. It's hard work to go back and do this work. But if you're willing to do this work, to simply understand what happened to you in life that caused you to believe a certain way, and then those beliefs cause you to behave a certain way, particularly with money, you'll start to see tremendous progress when it comes to your money story and ultimately achieving financial freedom. So finances are a very broad topic and can be very complex, and there's many important points when it comes to your finances. But in my experience, these two areas are very important to focus on, and I hope that this provided you some value today when it comes to the content that we broke down in this video. So I hope you enjoyed today's lesson, and if you got value, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't done already. I would also love to hear your takeaways in the comments, and if you feel called to share this with people who are also trying to up their money game, please do so. And we'll see you next time.